What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Getting into this episode of Days. First of all, I totally understand why Eric is pissed. And I can't blame him for being mad. I mean, who wouldn't be? Nicole sitting there with all them crocodile tears. Oh, I'm sorry, but I told you. I don't care. You're about a year too late. She's about a year late and $1 short. Like, she's sitting there talking, like, she was just so stupid to me. And I'm glad Eric told her what a lot of people have been saying since this all happened. Just because he's having a child with somebody else does not mean he has to be in a relationship with that person. And he made that pretty clear when he told Nicole. He could have been a father to Mackenzie and a husband to Nicole at the same time. I said, exactly. People do this all the time. This ain't nothing new. So for you to keep that secret for so long, like, are you serious? I agree with him wholeheartedly. She had no faith in him. She had no faith in their relationship. No faith whatsoever. So in my opinion, she got what she deserved. And I don't blame Eric for not wanting to be with her no more. And it's super funny how when she was giving him his ring back, his engagement ring back, when he tried to take the engagement box out of her hand, she had like a grasp on it. Like, she didn't want to let it go. I was like, Nicole, let the damn ring go. You lost the man because of your lies. All you had to do was tell him about it when you found out. You chose not to. All because of your insecurities and your craziness. So I don't blame him for walking out on you. And then, Sarah. Sarah is another dummy. Like, she's sitting there, she didn't want to tell Eric about the baby because she didn't want him to feel obligated to her or the child. First of all, that's his child, so that means he is obligated. That does not mean he's obligated to be with you. Like, why are people so dumb? Like, it's like, y'all are some smart people. But for smart people, they just do dumb shit. Like, you're a doctor. Nicole is the co-CEO of Basic Black. Why are y'all being so simple? Just because somebody's having a child with somebody don't mean that y'all have to be married for the sake of the child. That does not mean that. Of course he's going to feel obligated to take care of his child. That's his child, of course. That don't mean he wants to be with you. Like, just so damn simple. So, of course, Eric let her know. I'll do shared custody under one condition. And the condition is probably going to be about Xander. Probably about Xander. More than likely. Because he don't want Xander nowhere around that child. I always do love the conversations between Victor and Xander because they be hilarious. Like how he was sitting there eating that pie talking about how Kayla was boring, but she make a good pie. He said she was boring as hell, but she make a tasty pie though. I was like, yeah. I feel bad for Xander. I really do because despite, all his craziness, he really does care for that baby. And he really does care for Sarah. But I feel like whatever this secret is that him and Victor are keeping, I have a funny feeling this secret has nothing to do with Jordan, with the death of Jordan. I don't think it does. Something is telling me it ain't got nothing to do with that. It's something completely different. Honestly, I don't think it is. I think it has something to do with something else. That's just my opinion. Because they're not directly saying anything. They're not even talking about Jordan. They're not even bringing up her name. So it must be about something else then. Because, they try to make things seem like it's one way, but really it'd be another. So I don't think it's this. I really don't. I don't think it's about that. But Victor definitely had a point when he was talking to Xander. And basically telling him like months ago when he told him not to get involved with that little girl and try to be her dad. He was basically like warning him, don't do it because you're setting yourself up for failure. And that's exactly what he did. You set yourself up for heartbreak. Because Victor knew it was a matter of time before Eric found out that that was his child. He knew it. Victor knew it was going to come out. He knew. So he basically tried to warn Xander, don't do that because you're setting yourself up. But of course, Xander didn't want to listen. Like most people, he don't listen. Like they say, a hard head makes for a soft ass, and that's what happened. So anyway, speaking of hard-headed people, Brady. I never did like Brady. I still don't like Brady. He just seems like a petulant child to me. Like, he's like a grown man child. That's how he is. He's just like a big boy, like a big kid. Every time he's around Victor and Victor does something he don't like, he always got to move out of the mansion, be pissy at Victor every time he see him. Oh, I'm not talking to you. Oh, I don't forgive you. Brady, grow the hell up, please. Stop acting like a little child all the time. Oh, boo-hoo, Victor fired you as CEO. Get over it. Like, look at you now. You're the co-owner, co-CEO of Basic Black. What are you bitching about? Oh, you stabbed me in my back. Like, you haven't crossed Victor a few times before. Like, you haven't stabbed Victor in the back before. Like, you haven't stabbed other people in the back before. Shut up. But you always want to run around seeking forgiveness, though. But when somebody wants forgiveness from you, oh, forgiveness is beyond you when it's somebody else on the other side. But when it's you wanting forgiveness, oh, you want what you want, and you expect them to give it to you. Victor, in my opinion, don't owe him no apologies. And I'm going to tell you why. First of all, you were not fit to run the company after what happened with the baby, with him and Kristen's baby. He was a mess. He wasn't fit to run the company. 2, you got involved with Kristen DiMera yet again. Every time Kristen comes around, he goes dumb. Like, he just gets stupid. More stupid than usual for that girl. Every time. It's like, damn, is the coochie that good? Like, every time Kristen DiMera pops back up in town, he goes dumb again. And usually he's already dumb, but it's like he gets more dumb. It's like, damn. You would think that her pussy was made of sunshine. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just throw it up in the air and it's just a whole bunch of sunshine. That's what you would think it is. Like it's candy or something. Like, damn. Grow up. Stop always blaming Victor for every damn thing. Like, Victor is who he is. And I do feel like Victor didn't fire him to make fun of him or kick him while he was down or whatever. That's not why Victor fired him. He fired you because you lost your child, and the way he was handling it, he wasn't equipped to run a big company. Period. Look at the nonsense that was going on when Sonny was CEO. All the mess in his personal life. What did Victor do? He fired him. Business is business. When your personal life starts interfering with the money, I would fire your ass too, because you ain't gonna mess with my money. You ain't messing with my coins. I'm just saying. Like, come on, Victor's the majority owner of Titan. You know, if the company's doing great, that means his pockets are doing great. When the company's not doing so great, that means his pockets are not doing so great. Get the point? I would have fired your ass too. Like, Brady just needs to man up and shut up. Like, seriously, I'm so tired of his whiny ass. It's like, every time I watch the show, he is whinier and whinier by the day, by the second. It's like, shut up. Damn. So, anyway, of course, you know, Xander, he pissed off at Nicole for running her mouth. Like, he mad as hell, because he was like, you just had to run your big ass mouth. Erica was going to find out regardless. At some point, he was going to find out. All y'all was going to do was prolong the inevitable. If Nicole didn't say nothing, all y'all were doing was prolonging what was going to happen anyway. That's all y'all did. Like, so, ain't no big deal. So, anyway, listen. Sonny and Evan, they look good together. I will say that. Sonny and Evan do look good together. And I knew Evan was feeling Sonny, and you know Sonny feeling Evan. But, unfortunately, I do have to agree with Rafe, and God knows I don't like to agree with Rafe. But Evan needs to take a step back when it comes to Sonny, because I do agree with Rafe. Sonny has too much baggage. He does. He has too much baggage. I would hate to see what happened to Paul happen to Evan. I would hate that. Him and Sonny get all hot and bothered. They get together. Things are good. Will gets out of prison or something. You know Sonny gonna go back to him, because look what happened with Paul. Him and Paul were supposed to get married. Will comes back from the dead or whatnot. Sonny, he goes goo goo gaga over Will. In the end, him and Will got back together. And look what happened to Paul. Left town. I would hate for that to happen to Evan. You know, he seemed like a really nice person. I would hate for that to happen. You know what I mean? Like, for him to get sucked into that web like Paul did. So I do agree with Rafe. Just take it slow, be cautious, be careful. Like, I would really hate for that to happen. You know what I mean? Like, you just invest all your energy and time in somebody and then they just drop you like a bad habit as soon as the one that they really love comes back into the picture. No, sir. I wouldn't be going through that nonsense. It's in Evan's best interest to steer clear. I mean, if y'all gonna do a little booty call or something, then that's different. But a full-blown trying to be in a relationship with somebody who's technically married, no. And God knows I am not trying to suffer through another Will and Sonny divorce. No. Nope. Because I don't want to see them get married again. Nope. Keep them married and let that be that. So anyway, speaking of Will, Clyde. Clyde is so damn crazy. This fool was sitting here trying to stab Will. Ben, him and Ben got into a little tussle, Ben and Clyde. And of course, he accidentally stabs Ben. And, Will, of course, trying to save Ben, trying to get the guard to come in, or Clyde. All Clyde could do is about how to save his own ass. That's all he's trying to do. Oh, let's get our story straight. You know how Clyde is. Clyde is crazy. So, of course, he comes up with this master plan to have Ben lie to the guard and say that Will was the one who stabbed him. But, of course, Ben wasn't going to do that. He wasn't going to do that to Will. So he let the guard know in front of Clyde that Clyde was the one who stabbed him, but he did it accidentally when he was trying to kill Will. So, of course, now Clyde has to go to solitary confinement. But I'm glad Ben is not naive. Like, Ben knows that even though his father is going to solitary confinement, he knows that he's not going to be there forever. He know that. So that's why he warned Will that we better do something or watch our back or whatever because he's not going to be in solitary forever. And when he gets out of solitary confinement, he coming for y'all. Because, like, Clyde even threatened Ben in a way. He gave him a veiled threat. He was like, you shouldn't have done that. So, basically, what that means is he's going to come for Will and he's going to come for Ben. Clyde is crazy as hell. Like, there's no end to his shenanigans. Like, Clyde, he's basically going to be in prison the rest of his damn life. When you're dealing with somebody who's in prison and they're looking at a lengthy sentence, that's a person who has nothing to lose. That's a person you should be afraid of. Like, I'm just saying, be very afraid, because when they have nothing to lose, that's a dangerous person. And Clyde is already dangerous. But when backed into a corner, that's when he is really dangerous and unpredictable. And that's what you don't want. Like, you don't want that. So anyway, I'm loving this different version of Sierra, this badass Sierra. Like, her trying to break into Xander's safe and find any evidence that she can to prove that he's the one who killed Jordan so she can exonerate Ben. I love seeing that. My only issue is I have to agree with Ben. I think Sierra might want to stay out of this one. Like, I understand what she's trying to do. I totally, I get it. But she might want to back off. Like, you're dealing with something dangerous here. Like, this is something that can get you hurt. You know what I mean? Because you never know what Xander might do. You never know who's, he might get a henchman to do something to you. You know what I mean? Like, you just never know. Like, you're playing with fire right now. But if I knew she wasn't going to listen to Ben. I knew she wasn't. I knew it. She's going to keep going until she figure out what she's going to do. Till she finds the evidence that she's looking for, and she's hell bent on taking Xander ass down. But anyway, this was a pretty good episode. Hit the comment section and let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I will see y'all all later. Peace.